All right, welcome back everyone to Undercover, waterproofing and underpinning secrets. I'm your guide, ready to get into the nitty-gritty again. And today, we're actually starting somewhere a bit unexpected. Not in the basement this time. We're looking up, way up, right to the roofline.
That's right. We're diving into something that, well, seems pretty straightforward, but honestly, it's critical. Gutters and downspouts.
Exactly. We were just chatting about this here at DGI Waterproofing, actually, looking at some questions from our blog. And it's amazing how often these systems are overlooked as, like, the first line of defense for your basement.
It really is. Think about it. Every single drop hitting that huge roof surface area needs to go somewhere. And if that path isn't clear, well, it often ends up causing problems right where you don't want them, down below.
Yeah, we see the consequences all the time on jobs across the GTA. So the big question we're tackling, based on what we see and the questions people ask, is how do gutters and downspouts actually protect your basement from water issues? It's more connected than you might think.
It absolutely starts right there at the roof. That's ground zero for rainwater management. If you don't manage it effectively up there, gravity just takes over.
And gravity isn't always your friend when it comes to foundations.
Not at all. Uncontrolled water sheets down the walls, or worse, drips constantly in one spot. And the key thing is, it pools right around the foundation, soaking the soil.
Soaking it completely, and that's the start of the trouble, isn't it?
Precisely. That saturation is what we need to prevent. Which brings us to the gutters themselves. Their main job? Simple. Catch the rain running off the roof.
Catch it and channel it.
Exactly. Channel it towards the downspouts. When they're working right, clean, sloped correctly, attached securely, they do a fantastic job.
Okay, but working right is the key phrase. What are the common fails we see out there? It's not always pretty.
Oh, definitely not. Clogs are number one, hands down. Leaves, twigs, shingle grit, pine needles, you name it. Even a small blockage can cause a surprising amount of overflow in a heavy rain.
Right, and then you've got sagging gutters.
Yep, sagging gutters. Loose hangers. Maybe the fascia board behind it is damaged. The gutter pulls away. Or sometimes it's just not sloped properly towards the downspout. Water just sits there. Or worse, flows the wrong way.
And the result of all that, overflow. Water cascading down where it shouldn't.
And saturating that soil right next to the foundation, that's the direct consequence.
Which leads us nicely to the downspouts. The transport system, basically.
Correct. They take the water collected by the gutters and are supposed to carry it safely away. Supposed to.
Uh-oh. I sense some common mistakes coming up.
You guessed it. The biggest one. Downspouts ending way too close to the house. We see them dumping water just a foot or two away from the foundation wall.
Which completely defeats the purpose.
Totally. All that concentrated water goes right back to the area you're trying to protect. We also see missing extensions, broken extensions, or ones that are just aimed poorly.
Aimed poorly, like towards a walkway that slopes back to the house.
Exactly like that. Or into a flower bed that just becomes a swamp against the wall.
So what's the DGI rule of thumb here? What do we tell people?
6 feet, minimum. Get those downspouts extended at least 6 feet away from the foundation. Use proper extensions, solid ones are great, or at least splash blocks to help disperse the water at the end.
6 feet. Got it. And check them regularly.
Absolutely. Look for cracks, leaks, make sure they're still securely connected and haven't been, knocked loose by the lawnmower or something. Simple checks.
Okay, let's connect the dots firmly now. Bad gutters, bad downspouts lead to basement problems. How exactly?
It comes down to that saturated soil we keep mentioning. When the ground around your foundation is waterlogged, it exerts pressure. We call it hydrostatic pressure. Basically, the weight of all that water pushing against your basement walls.
And concrete isn't totally waterproof on its own, right?
Not inherently, no. It has tiny pores, there are joints where the wall meets the floor, and there might be small cracks. That hydrostatic pressure forces water through those weak spots.
Leading to leaks, dampness.
Yep. And over time, that constant pressure can even make existing cracks worse or cause new ones to form. Plus, once moisture gets in, you've got the potential for mold, mildew, that damp, musty smell. Higher humidity overall. It all starts outside.
It really is a chain reaction. So maintenance is key.
Yep.
What are the non-negotiables for homeowners?
Cleaning, number one. At least twice a year. Spring and late fall are usually best. Get all that debris out. Seriously consider gutter guards. They won't eliminate cleaning, maybe, but they can drastically reduce how much gunk gets in there.
Takes the job easier, for sure.
Definitely. Also, quick check after big storms. High winds, heavy rain can cause blockages or damage. And maybe once a year, check the joints, the seams in the gutters, reseal if needed. Make sure the hangers are tight.
Good tips. What about the ground itself? Landscaping.
Huge factor. You want the ground around your foundation to slope away from the house. Even a gentle slope helps immensely. Make sure flower beds aren't trapping water against the wall. Think about where water flows naturally in your yard.
And if it seems like too much hassle or there's obvious damage.
Don't hesitate to call professionals. For cleaning, repairs, especially if you're not comfortable on a ladder, it's a worthwhile investment.
You mentioned upgrades too. Are there better systems now?
Technology improves? Sure. You can get seamless gutters, which reduce potential leak points, and systems designed specifically for heavier rainfall, sometimes with built-in guards or better attachment methods. Worth considering if you have persistent issues or an older system.
Let's touch on materials quickly. Does it matter if gutters are aluminum or copper or something else?
It matters for cost, longevity, and maintenance, yeah. Aluminum is super common here in the GTA, good balance, rust-resistant, fairly affordable. Copper looks amazing, lasts forever, but it's definitely a premium price point. Steel is strong, but can rust if the coating gets damaged.
And vinyl.
Vinyl or plastic is the budget option. Easy DIY. But maybe not as durable in our climate with the temperature swings and snow load. Can get brittle. And downspouts come in different sizes too, right? Standard versus larger. Yeah, standard usually works for most homes. But if you have a really large roof surface area or you're in an area prone to torrential downpours, upsizing the downspouts can make a real difference in handling that volume without overflowing. But no matter the material or size, installation is key. Has to be done right.
Right. And sometimes just extending the downspout isn't enough, or maybe not feasible. We offer other solutions at DGI, don't we?
We do. For more challenging situations, we might recommend underground downspout drainage. That involves burying pipes to carry the water much further away to a safe discharge point in the yard.
Important note there. Never connect those directly to the city sewer lines, right?
Absolutely not. Big no-no. Against regulations in most places and can cause sewer backups. We also talk to people about greener options sometimes, like rain barrels to collect water for gardening or rain gardens designed to absorb runoff naturally.
It all circles back to that core idea we have at DGI Waterproofing. Address the water at the source. Top-down approach.
Exactly. It's preventative. Manage the water properly from the roof line down, and you drastically reduce the stress on your foundation and basement waterproofing systems.
And of course, if problems do arise down below, that's where our other services come in. Consultations, interior systems, exterior excavation, foundation repair, the whole package for the GTA.
Gutters and downspouts, they might seem basic, but getting them right is fundamental. It protects your foundation, plain and simple.
So there you have it. Who knew gutters could be so pivotal? They really are silent protectors working away up there.
Absolutely. A little bit of maintenance, making sure they're set up correctly. It saves so much potential hassle and expense down the road. Truly cost-effective prevention.
We hope this deep dive gave you a new appreciation for them. If you were dealing with basement moisture or, just want peace of mind about your home's first line of defense, check us out. Lots more info and advice on our website, ggwaterproofing.ca.
And please subscribe to UnderCover, Waterproofing and Underpinning Secrets if you haven't already. We're always digging into how to keep your home safe, dry, and stable.
Okay, here's a final thought for you. Next time it pours rain, seriously, put on a coat and go look. Where is the water from your roof actually going? Are the gutters handling it? Are the downspouts directing it well away from the house? Sometimes seeing it in action is the best diagnosis.
Good point. Observation is key.
Definitely. All right, that's all for this deep dive. Until next time, stay dry.